The music felt far too joyful for the room I stood in. Laughter rippled around, glasses chimed, and Christmas lights cast a fake golden glow. Across the room was my wife, poised, flawless, perfectly rehearsed. She played her part with charm and ease, untouchable as ever. I walked up behind her, my hand hovering toward her waist. She recoiled before I even made contact. When I tried to hug her, she shoved me away sharply. "Don't touch me. God, you're so needy." The laughter died instantly. Even the music seemed to freeze mid-note. My hand hung uselessly in the air, my smile twisted into something that didn't belong to me. Her co-workers looked away, too embarrassed to meet my eyes. I stared at her, the woman I used to wake up smiling beside, and saw nothing I recognized. Her sister approached quietly, pity flickering in her gaze. "Rough night," she whispered. I smiled, steady and calm. "The last one, actually. My final public humiliation." She blinked, puzzled, but I was already gone in my mind, halfway out the door of that life. By morning, I would be gone for real. All I left behind was a note: "You wanted space. Now you have all of it." We'd met 8 years earlier. She was sunlight, wild, bright, magnetic. The kind of energy that pulls you in before you realize how far you've drifted. I'd admired her confidence, her brilliance, the way she owned every room. When she smiled, I felt chosen. When she loved me, I felt lucky. Now I understand, that's how predators make you stand still before they strike. The change came slowly. First, her phone always stayed face down. Then her laughter, softer when shared with someone else. Dinners turned into wordless meals, affection shrank to polite gestures. I told myself she was tired. That we were just going through a rough patch. But the truth was simpler, she was already gone. The proof came wrapped in pixels. A message flashed across her screen while she showered: "Last night was amazing. Same place next week." I stared at it, pulse steady, eyes dry. No shaking, no tears, just silence. That's when something inside me shifted completely. I didn't confront her. Confrontation feeds liars. Instead, I studied her tells, her guilt, her rehearsed lies. For 3 months, I played my part, the clueless husband. I smiled through dinners, nodded at her work trips, and listened when she said she'd be home late. All the while, I was preparing. I moved my salary into a hidden account, retitled the mortgage solely to me, saved photos, receipts, and screenshots, quiet evidence for what came next. Then I met with a lawyer, a calm man with sharp eyes who recognized revenge when he saw it. Together, we built my escape. Clean. Silent. Final. When everything was set, I waited for her to pick the stage. She did. The company Christmas party. Her audience. Her moment. I let her have it. That night, after the champagne and the cruelty, while she slept, I executed my plan. Every shared account was emptied, my half exactly. The car keys were gone. The house title bore only my name. The locks were reset. She'd wake to a normal world until she tried to touch it. At 7 a.m., the phone I left behind sent one scheduled text: "Check your email." By the time she did, she found divorce papers, signed, time-stamped, notarized. Attached was a tidy folder of her messages, reservations, and photos with her coworker. HR was CC'd. The subject line read, "Transparency builds trust." I powered off my old phone right after sending it. That morning, I drove out of the city, no music, no noise, just the hum of tires over wet asphalt. The sky was pale and cold, the kind of morning that erases things. I parked by the coast, a place she always hated, and sat for hours, watching the waves move like they had all the time in the world. When my lawyer called to confirm she'd been served, I said nothing. Just listened to the static, then hung up. She called 37 times. The texts came in waves: anger, begging, silence. Then her sister called. "What happened?" "She's falling apart." I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. "She just found what she was looking for," I said quietly. Space. Weeks went by. Friends reached out, mostly out of curiosity. "You doing okay?" they'd ask. I said, "Yes." But that wasn't the word. I wasn't okay. I was free. Free from tiptoeing around her moods disguised as love. Free from begging to be seen. Betrayal doesn't destroy you, it strips you bare. It makes everything clear. And once you have clarity, it never leaves. Sometimes I replay that night in my mind, the way she shoved me away, disgust on her face. It used to hurt. Now, it feels like the exact moment I woke up.